Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your September intuitive tarot reading. I'm super excited for this for you. Now, if you are a regular returning for another reading, welcome back, Aquarius. Great to have you here. And if you are a newbie, welcome. My name is Bronya. I'm an intuitive tarot reader. Okay, so either way, if you enjoy this message, please do like, share, comment. Most importantly, hit the subscribe button. It does keep the readings flowing, the channel growing, and help me connect with your energy. Drop me a comment. Let me know where you're tuning in from. You know I love to hear. Okay, so Aquarius, I went back through your 2025 reading and pulled out the September energies. We have the Chariot and the Page of Wands. Okay, so we have this theme here of forward movement, of maybe bringing together misalignment and finally making those decisions on which way to go. Maybe you've been in two minds up until now. The Page of Wands is often associated with good news, or it can be like curiosity to explore new paths. Maybe you've been dipping your toe in exploring and now you know, yes, I definitely want to take that leap of faith or relocate or start that business or whatever it is for you. Move ahead in love. I don't know, but it feels like there is potentially a pivotal communication. The Chariot is the card of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. It is a victory card through determined effort. All right, well, with that said, let's get a Moonology Oracle card. So you're moving towards victory. Just maybe when you thought things were kind of like dried up there, the Page of Wands is usually depicted in the desert. There could be a communication message, or you feel the spark of potential. Oh, a new start is coming. So that's a real nod to the Fool for me. Fresh new starts, new beginnings. And I did say leap of faith, didn't I? I don't normally say that with these cards, but the new start energy is the Fool, and it is about stepping onto paths. The Chariot. Sometimes the Chariot asks us to leave the known, the familiar, the safety, the comfort zone, the known, to go on our bigger quest. That could look like leaving a safe, secure job to go into another one where it's all new and unknown, but you know you can position yourself for pay rise or promotion. It could look like leaving home or where you grew up or a smaller town in order to position yourself for better work career situations. It could mean taking that leap of faith in love, actually into commitment, many of those types of themes. It could also be going all in on a decision, immigration, maybe starting a business, something here that you've been very curious about for some time. Okay, I'm going to draw your cards now, Aquarius. I'll see you back here in just a moment. And these are your cards for September, Aquarius. Wow, okay, so you have, you've got the Three of Pentacles twice. You have the Two of Swords and the Two of Wands, big decision-making energy. The root or shadow energy is the Lovers, the big choice here. And the World, Spirit is wanting to bring you into your expansive cycle, a whole new era, a whole new chapter. Before we dive in, just to let you know, if you'd like to explore this further with a personal reading or healing, I will drop my website link down below and my socials as well, Instagram, TikTok, where I'm very active with different daily content. You'll also find my new alignment program, the Four Fields Method, a methodology that has birthed itself through the 2,000 plus personal readings I've done over the last few years here, but I'll let you explore that in your own time. All right, let's dive into this. Now, with all the Pentacles cards here, we've got the Knight of Pentacles, the 8, and the 2 threes here. This may be playing out in work, career, business, finance, or something that you've been trying to make happen physically and tangibly. Okay. It's something that you're wanting to build. It's something the Three of Pentacles for me is the earthly realization of the Empress. The Empress is number 3 in the major arcana, and she's the one that births, she's the one that creates, she's the one that magnetizes. So the Three of Pentacles is making the decision or move towards that happening or materializing. But what I'm getting with the bottom of the deck energy being the Lovers, because this is the shadow or the root of the reading, the Lovers is about choice. And it's big, big, big choices of the heart. And you know how I said in the Chariot, it's like we've got the black and the white sphinx here. They're two minds. It's the duality. It's the 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like, what if I succeed? What if I fail? Should I stay? Should I go? Like, it's that kind of decision making, and we have to rein those in together and fully commit and align in order to move forward. So if you've been sitting on a choice, it's time to make it, because that very much is the divine dependency of the energy moving forward. Now, the Lovers is about harmony and balance, and ultimately, that is what you're wanting here. It can include soul contracts. Soul contracts for me can be romantic relationships. They can be soul contracts, to join a certain, group or organization here with 3 of Pentacles, or even higher study with that. So that's what I'm feeling. Now, the World is the energy of your new chapter. It's the fresh new start that's very expansive. It's wide open with possibility, and it is a victory energy. It would also indicate to me, Aquarius, that on the path that you've been on, it's come to a close. You've learned what you need from it. You've outgrown it in some way. Therefore, Spirit is trying to move you to your next chapter, which, of course, you'll have more growth and different experiences, etc. But the issue is that we often settle in our old path, and we want to stay there because it's the known, but we also have this itch of there's more out there for me, or it's not quite it, or I'm a bit unfulfilled, maybe a bit bored, maybe a bit apathetic. That is the feeling that comes in when it's time to transform something, shift something. It doesn't always mean leaving a situation, but it means new energy, new life needs to be breathed into it. And that apathy, or that boredom, or that discontentment left and not treated somewhat, is when it can escalate into sometimes depression, or sometimes feeling very dissatisfied. Sometimes all sorts of situations like that. I'm sure you've experienced it. I experienced it in my previous career. I got to the point I just felt so damn depressed about it, and I just literally couldn't be there anymore. I had to do something about it, and through a lot of synchronicities, I've ended up here. But what I'm saying is it's symptomatic that change needs to happen. So I feel like you've kind of gotten to that point, but there is like either the golden handcuffs, maybe in a work career situation, you might be being paid well, but you're really dissatisfied, unfulfilled. It could be that things are feeling quite comfy, and change seems scary. Like, as human beings, we're creatures of habit. We don't really like change. Well, it's not everyone, but you know what I mean. So the spirit is trying to move you forward. The block is the 3 of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords. We're at a crossroads here, and maybe can't make that decision because there's a lack of self-belief in making the right decision. I think we all go through that, but in my opinion, there's not right or wrong, just different experiences. But I think what we have to come back to is the symptoms that you're feeling in your current situation exist for a reason. Like I said, it's not necessarily stay or go, or, support or abort or whatever. It's not that. It has to transform. It has to develop. It has to build. 3 of Pentacles. And through that, a decision needs to be made in order for that to happen, to actually, move forward and realize the hope, dream, or wish that you have here. I'm already looking at that sneaky 7 of Swords in the outcome, because I believe that's the energy of sabotage if we stay where we are and expect a different result. It can also be missing the boat, missing out on opportunity when we stay in the comfort zone. And that's not a threat. It's just true. It's the truth. We can't expect big results and big things dropping in our lap if we are playing small, or we're not opening the doors or creating the pathways, the inroads for that energy. I do personal readings for people sometimes, and they say, I'm sitting in this position in this job that I hate. Am I going to win lotto, or am I going to create generational wealth? Now, it doesn't really take a tarot reading to say that is most probably unlikely, unless you do win the lottery, which is 1 in how many million. I'm such a believer in working with the energy and creating the pathways, and generally speaking, there's not often good news for, you know, playing smaller than what we are. This is the lesson that's calling us forward, and it's often the very thing that we avoid doing or acknowledging is the very thing we need to do. Yeah, and no disrespect, we've all been there, and we'll all get to those ceilings in our lives in different situations. So your advice, Eight of Pentacles and the Two of Wands, do the work to expand. The Two of Wands, you know you can achieve so much more than what you have right now. It's not necessarily just in work, career, it's in life in general. The Two of Wands is usually depicted as someone who's standing at the top of the tower looking out to the land with the globe in their hand, knowing there's so much potential out there for them, but they have to leave the tower to get it. Meaning they have to leave the sanctuary, the safety, but the tower is a symbol for what can't hold us anymore because the foundation is shaky, what can't support us in building that dream. So therefore we have to either dismantle it and dig up the foundation and put a new one down. We can't just renovate, right? Or we need to leave it, let it fall, so that life can fall back together in a more stronger and meaningful way. So the Eight of Pentacles says, let's go, let's carve it out, let's do it. The Two of Wands is like that energy just before we take the leap of faith, right? It's like, I've still got an attachment to the past or to the safety, but I've got my hand on the wand of the future because I want that more. It's the point where the discomfort of staying where you are and things staying the same is worse than the discomfort of stepping into the unknown. And I think that's the threshold that you're on in September. And that could have become very apparent last weekend. Like, I'm reading this on Friday, the 29th of August. I'll be posting it on Monday. And we had the black moon, new moon in Virgo, which was the gates opening to eclipse season. The new moon card. And now I've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Virgo energy. So what I'm getting is that maybe something happened that weekend. So what would that have been, around the 20th or something, 20th, 24th? Like maybe that's when you kind of reach this point of, I'm actually going to move on this, or I can't do this anymore, or the calling is too strong, right? I know I'm facing the Seven of Swords, sabotaging my own potential. Or I'm going to miss out in some way. Someone's going to beat me to it, or I won't live the life I desire. So the true celebration of the Three of Cups is taken through acknowledgement of that and planting the seed of the new, whatever that means for you. Is it applying for another job? Is it, putting in that immigration paper? Is it going on a dating app, or showing up at an event, or posting your first YouTube video? I don't know, like, it'll be different for all of you, but the Three of Cups is the celebration of the harvest. We go from Empress, the potential, to doing the thing, building the thing, to celebrating the harvest in our next spiritual season. It could be 3 months time, that we get the results. It could be Virgo season next year. But if we haven't planted the seeds, how do we get the harvest? And we have to make a judgment call, because judgment says it's time. We are sending you the signs. We're shouting louder in your ear. Can you hear us? This is the energy before the world. It's the precursor to opening up the new cycle, because there's entrapment here. No wonder you've been keeping smaller. You've been in this small, tight space, but it's vulnerability to offer ourselves up to the divine plan, to pick up what the universe is putting down here. Oh my goodness, Three of Wands. Another three. Are you seeing that number? Or it's a number that I do see quite a lot. Queen of Wands, Ace of Wands. All right, so 10 of Cups. Yeah, I mean, the Three of Wands, we talked about the Two of Wands being like right on the threshold of taking action. Well, this is, I'm not looking back. And I'm waiting for those ships to come in, but not from a passive place, from an active place of moving ahead. They haven't come in with a cargo yet now, but we know the seeds are planted for the results. So we must be the Queen of Wands, the one who's continuing to take determined effort following her instincts to manifest the new path. And she's the initiator. She's Aries. She goes first. She takes the leap towards the new start. We have all these characters holding the wand here. And I said in the Two of Wands, there's also someone holding the wand. The charioteer is also holding the magician's wand. He doesn't have reins for these wayward sphinxes that are pulling this chariot, meaning that we're the one that has to wrangle our own horses. We're the ones that have to bring our mind into congruence, and our intellect and our heart and our intuition, and find that alignment. We can only move forward when our will, intention, emotions, thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and actions are all in that aligned point. This is what I'm teaching in Aligned, so I'm getting excited about this. And then we have to take the bold, brave steps towards it. And those steps also need to be the right action in the right direction. The potential is here. I think the decision will be made, and it is time to leap towards the new. Now, again, I did mention with the Page of Wands that there could be news that comes in. So some of you might be a little bit further down the track and you're actually just waiting for that confirmation, or you're waiting for some kind of news, and that could be the very thing that enables you to take the leap. So you'll all be at slightly different places here, but you are opening up into the world your profound new cycle. This is your true becoming. This is a true test of will, a true test of your gladiator spirit. Are you ready to drive that stone chariot? Because there's a victory waiting for you. Oh, Aquarius, I'm going to leave it here, and I'm going to claim this too, because I'm in Aries with Aquarius rising, so it feels good. It feels really good. If you'd like to follow up with a personal reading or healing, you know that my website's linked below, as well as my socials and my alignment program info. I will see you back here for weekly readings throughout the month to support the message here. And yeah, I'm just wishing you the very best. Have a wonderful month. I'm sending you love and magic. Bye for now.